My name is Joey, and I am one of your virtual teachers for the Learn Danish quickly online classes. Our online learning process is principally to prepare you to pass the Danish language PD2 or PD3 exams during the May/June 2021 session, whether you already have some experience in Danish or you are learning Danish from scratch. In the first lesson you will have an introduction to our platform and the course material and an introduction to the Danish grammar. In addition to the material planned for this first lesson, we will start to build your confidence for the PD2 and PD3 exams by presenting a bonus introduction to writing emails for PD2 and PD3 exams. We begin with the email writing in English and transition gradually to the Danish version in such a way that even new learners of the Danish language can easily understand the process. Our strategy is based on an intensive online learning process in English and Danish with the main focus on what is relevant for the PD2 and PD3 exams in such a way that you can be ready for any of the exams in 6 months or less. The main learning platform is the website www.teststrainonline.net, where you can create a free account and subscribe to any of the premium accounts. We will also be having activities and information updates on our Facebook page at https://www.facebook.com/learn-danish fast track. Zoom meetings will be used for group learning purposes, and we recommend the use of PCs, laptops or tablets with camera functionalities as well as headsets as learning tools during the live sessions, group learning sessions on Zoom, and for personal learning purposes. The use of mobile phones should be limited to listening purposes because of the screen size. Watching our lecture from smartphones is not advisable. My role will be to explain the Danish language in English, and together with my virtual Danish colleague Mads, we will take you through the Learn Danish quickly classes. Mads is your virtual teacher for the Learn Danish quickly classes, who will focus on the things to be said in Danish for throughout the language course. We will be assisted during the live streams and group learning process by a moderator and a technical assistant who has a mastery of the functionalities of our platforms. However, he is not part of the Danish language teaching staff but will be executing some of our instructions during the online learning process. Welcome to the class and good luck with your Danish learning process. Mads, do you have something to say?
Tak, Joey. Alle velkomne til vores virtuelle lektioner for at lære dansk hurtigere, og held og lykke.
We will now start with the introduction to emails for PD3 exams. For the most part of our lectures, the lessons will be for both those interested in PD2 and PD3. The main difference will be with exercises related to the different exams. That said, to boost your morale and demonstrate to you that you do not need to be scared of the Danish PD2 and PD3 exams if you follow our course, we are starting our first lesson with an introduction on how to write emails tasks for PD3 and later on for PD2. We will start in English and gradually transition to the Danish version. For PD3, the email is assignment 1 and the compulsory part of the writing composition part of the written exam. The time for the writing composition part of the exam is 2.5 hours, so there is enough time to plan, prepare, write, read over and correct your text, or even to rewrite a corrected version. Usually, you are required to write a text of about 300 words. The email task is a compulsory task in the PD3 exam. 8. All dictionaries are allowed as well as grammar word lists, like for example the list of verbs conjugated in different tenses. Usually the email assignment is to write a response to a letter sent by someone known to the writer, informal letter, requesting the writer to respond to some key points underlined in the assignment. The key points could be related to the writer being requested to give some information about himself or his family. It could be the writer is requested to give some advice about a situation related to the person who sent the mail, or the person may be requesting the writer to assist him with an activity. The request could also be to arrange for an activity to be carried out later by both of them when next they meet. This is an example of an actual email assignment in a previous PD3 exam. You can see the important points to which the writer needs to respond to underlined and some other points related to the task at the bottom of the assignment. The underlined points and the tasks at the bottom of the page constitute the core aspects that have to be covered in the email response. The following is the sample of an actual PD3 email task translated into English. You have received an email from your Danish friend, Christina. She has a Hungarian boyfriend, Laszlo, who has just started a language school. Christina writes, among other things, how incredible it is that you will soon finish language school. Do you think you will miss the school? The Danish language is a bit difficult for Laszlo. He does not spend many hours at the language school, and we mostly speak English together at home. Do you have any ideas on what we can do so that Laszlo learns Danish faster? Laszlo also does not know many Danes yet, with whom he can speak Danish with. What did you actually do to make some Danish friends? And finally, I look forward to seeing you next weekend. What do you think we should do? Assignment. Send a reply to your friend. Thank her for the mail. Comment on the underlined parts of the email. Suggest an activity you and him can do next weekend. Parts of an informal email. An email starts with a start greeting. For example,
Kære John,
Dear John. The next line should be the introduction. For example, thank you for your email.
tak for din e-mail.
It was good to hear from you again.
Det er godt at høre fra dig igen.
The next paragraphs should each respond to the questions in the assignment. In the body of the email, you can start with phrases like, I am very grateful to you for letting me know, offering, writing.
Jeg er meget taknemmelig for, at du fortæller mig tilbød mig /skrev.
Used when sincerely thanking someone for telling you something, offering you something, writing to you regarding something. It is so kind of you to write, invite, send.
Det er så venligt af dig at skrive, invitere, sende.
Used when you sincerely appreciate something someone wrote to you, invited you to, sent you. Then comes the conclusion. For example, I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Jeg ser frem til at høre fra dig snart.
Finally, we have the end greeting. For example, with best wishes.
Med de bedste ønsker.
Emails for PD2 follow a similar structure but with a requirement of fewer words, usually about 100 words. These are basic strategies for PD2 and PD3 email assignments. Those with paid subscriptions will deal with emails for PD2 and PD3 in more details in the course of the online learning process. The introduction to writing emails in Danish was a bonus for this first lesson. We will visit emails in more details later in the course. The actual first lesson in the course is the Introduction to Danish Grammar. But before we get into the grammar lessons, we are hereby reminding you that the current course targets preparation for PD2 and PD3 exams for May/June 2021. It does not matter if you want to start learning Danish from scratch or you have had some experience before. We have some material on our website www.teststrainingonline.net, offered freely to the public with the possibility to create a free account on the website as well. The current lesson is free and from time to time we will offer free learning material to the public. However, we have the paid version which gives complete access to material for all lessons, live virtual lectures, video records of live lessons, revision classes for past PD2 and PD3 exams, preparation strategies, Zoom meeting group learning processes, video records of group learning meetings, access to other related media that we use for learning process, and much more. We have 3-month subscriptions and 6-month subscriptions. 6-month subscriptions will last until shortly after the May/June 2021 session for the PD2 and PD3 exams. Any subscription with a duration of 4 to 6 months to the end of the May/June session of the exams should be the 6-month subscription. 3-month subscriptions last for 3 months from the subscription date. You can subscribe now for the paid version by going to the subscription page on the website. Subscription to the online training material. You can subscribe to the courses and membership levels of your choice after creating a free account through the form below, if you do not have one already. With a free account, you can have limited access to some of the features of this platform. With the account already created, make the relevant payments to the bank account below or to our Denmark Mobile Pay. See the table below on the options you can pay for. Payment information. Bank account information. Registration number 2252, account number 43962088151. Company Denmark Mobile Pay number 695904. The bank account, as well as the mobile pay, belong to the company. AF Ventures IVS, with Danish company registration number. CVR number 40282890. The company can be checked for authenticity on the official company registration website for Danish companies at cvr.dk. After making the payment, complete the contact form below. In the message section of the form, inform us you have made the payment. Also, in the message section, include the payment code and your username for the free account you created. You can also send your payment receipt, username, and payment code by MMS or WhatsApp to +45 292122762 or through a message on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Learn Danish Fast Track. For more clarification, call +45 292122762. Paid courses and membership options are on the table below. For most of the fundamental lessons in this Danish language learning course, we will present some basic stuff topics in Danish like the alphabet, numbers, reading time, etc. For this first lesson, the Danish alphabet will be the basic stuff topic. Unlike the 26 letters alphabet in English, the Danish alphabet is made up of 29 letters. We believe the foundation to learn any language should always include a mastery of the alphabet. If you have the mindset of a kindergarten kid, you will learn the language faster and not underestimate basic stuff in the new language. Below is the list of symbols for the 29 letters that make up the Danish alphabet. Take note that many new learners of Danish find it hard to master the right pronunciations and the difference between the last 3 alphabets.
E, Ø, Å.
Similarly, some new learners of Danish usually get mixed up between the sounds of letters E and letter I, as well as between letter U and letter Y and letter J.
J.
Sounds strange. Now you know, so let us proceed with the letters in the Danish alphabet and their pronunciations.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, E, Ø, Å.
One more time.
A, B, C, E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z Æ Ø Å.
Welcome once more to our platform to learn the Danish language quickly. The first lesson is focused on Introduction to the Danish Language Grammar. This chapter will cover the following topics. The three main categories in Danish grammar: Introduction to the parts of speech, Introduction to objects, subjects and adverbials, Conversation assignment, Introduction to objects, subjects and adverbials. Grammar is very important for every language because it determines the structure of the language. Once you have a good mastery of the grammar in any language, the rest of the learning process will be dependent on the extent of oral and written practice of the language. According to our fast-track approach to learn Danish, the mastery of Danish grammar is the first priority. We believe a mastery of the Danish grammar in theoretical form, from the very beginning of this course, will facilitate the understanding of the complexities of the language, as you proceed through the learning process. In the beginning, the goal for the lessons in the Danish grammar is not so much focused on the mastery of Danish vocabulary nor oral and written communication in Danish. The most important aspect in the beginning should be to have a mastery of the numerous rules applicable to Danish grammar. Once you acquire a mastery of the grammatical rules, then oral and written communication as well as the rest of the training process provided for in this course will be much more easier. We now proceed to lesson 1.1. The three main categories in Danish grammar. Like all other languages, the Danish language grammar in a nutshell can be divided into three major areas. The first category is referred to as the parts of speech called
Ordklasser
in Danish. For example, the classification of words into nouns, verbs, etc. The second category is referred to as objects, subjects and adverbials referred to in Danish as
objekt, subjekt og adverbialled.
And the third category is complete sentences and incomplete sentences referred to in Danish as
helsætning og ledsætning,
and also word order referred to in Danish as
ledstilling.
A complete sentence must have two essential parts, a subject and a verb. A subject is a noun, a person, place, thing, or idea that tells us what the sentence is about. A subject tells us who or what. The verb is the action of the subject, or it may be a linking verb. The part of the sentence that contains the verb is called the predicate. If either of these two essential parts is missing, the sentence is incomplete. That is to say, if a sentence does not have a subject and a verb, then the sentence is an incomplete sentence. Another way to tell if a sentence is complete or incomplete is to see if the sentence expresses a complete thought. If there is not a complete thought, if you feel left hanging when you read the sentence, it probably is incomplete. Now we proceed to lesson 1.2. Introduction, the parts of speech. Nouns are referred to in Danish as
substantiver,
as you must have learned during your basic English lessons. Similarly, a noun in Danish can be a living thing. For example, a man,
en mand,
a thing. For example, a table,
et bord,
a concept. For example, feeling,
følelse,
development,
udvikling,
or a name. For example, Ali, Aisha. Now we get into the introduction to verbs. In Danish referred to as
verber,
a verb can be described as a word expressing an action, a condition or a change. For example, run,
løber,
feel,
føler,
become,
bliver.
part of speech we will now introduce is pronouns, referred to in Danish as
pronominer.
Pronouns are words used as replacements for things, persons, or sentences. For example, who has seen my book? In Danish.
Hvem har set min bog?
Or I cannot find it. In Danish.
Jeg kan ikke finde den.
We will now briefly introduce adjectives referred to in Danish as
Adjektiver.
Adjectives are words that describe or characterize nouns or similar expressions. For example, high, in Danish.
Høj.
Low, in Danish.
Lav.
Green, in Danish.
Grøn.
Sweet, in Danish.
Sød.
Fast, in Danish.
Hurtig.
Economical, in Danish.
Økonomisk.
The next part of speech we are going to introduce is adverbs. In Danish.
Adverbier.
Adverbs are words that describe verbs, adjectives, other adverbs, or entire sentences. Adverbs also denotes the place, time, manner or degree. In Danish, adverbs can be divided into 4 groups. The first group is made up of the interrogative adverbs. In Danish.
Spørgende adverbier.
For example, when will you eat? In Danish.
Hvornår spiser du?
The second group is made up of the end adverbs. In Danish.
Slut af adverbier.
For example, the cat has run away in Danish.
Katten er løbet væk.
The third group is made up of central adverbs. In Danish.
Centrale adverbier.
For example, he is always angry. In Danish.
Han er altid sur.
And the fourth group is degree adverbs. In Danish.
Gradadverbier.
For example, he is quite angry. In Danish.
Han er ret sur.
The next part of speech to introduce is prepositions. In Danish.
Prepositioner.
Prepositions are words that place the action in time and space for something. This thing, which can be a noun or a pronoun, always comes after the preposition. For example, on the table. In Danish.
På bordet.
Under the car. In Danish.
Under bilen.
On time. In Danish.
Til tiden.
Through it. In Danish.
Gennem det.
The next part of speech we are going to introduce is conjunctions. In Danish.
Konjunktioner.
Conjunctions are words connecting two or more words or incomplete or complete sentences. For example, and. In Danish.
Og.
But. In Danish.
Men.
Or. In Danish.
Eller.
When. In Danish.
Da.
If. In Danish.
Hvis.
Where. In Danish.
Hvor.
Finally, we will also consider numeric words referred to in Danish as
talord
as a part of speech. They include words indicating the number or number in the sequence. For example, 7 in Danish,
7,
15 in Danish,
15,
first in Danish,
første,
20th in Danish,
20.
The title of this topic is Introduction to Objects, Subjects and Adverbials.
Objekt, subjekt og adverbiale led.
Subject.
Subjekt.
The subject is the word that tells who or what is responsible for the act indicated by the verb. In a sentence, every verb must have a subject. If the verb expresses action, like jump, the subject is who or what does the verb. Take a look at this example. He eats on the table.
Han spiser på bordet.
Eat.
Spise.
Is the action verb and he.
Han.
Is what does the action. Some verbs are linking. For example, am, is, are, was, were, seem, and become, among others. Linking verbs connect the subject to something that is said about the subject. Take a look at this example. Git's car is brand new.
Gittes bil er helt ny.
Git's car is the subject. Is.
Er.
Connects the subject to something that is said about it, that the car is brand new. The direct object refers to who or what the subject is doing something to. Direct objects can be nouns, pronouns, phrases, or clauses. For example, he handed me the shirt. Indirect object.
Indirekte objekt.
The indirect object of a sentence is the recipient of the direct object. For an indirect object to exist, a sentence must first have a direct object. For example, Per gave me the shirt.
Per gav mig trøjen.
In this sentence, Per is the subject, me is the direct object, and shirt is the indirect object. Verb linked to the subject's action.
Verballet
is the verb that is linked to the subject's action. It comes immediately after the subject. For example, he gave me the shirt.
Han rakte mig trøjen.
In this sentence, he, Mads, han, is the subject. Gave,
Rakte
is the,
verballet.
and the shirt,
Trøjen
is the object.
verballet.
Can be a composite verb. For example, Per has handed me the car.
Per har rakt mig bilen.
In this sentence, has handed,
Har rakt
is a,
verballet.
adverbials.
Adverbiallet.
Adverbials are words, or phrases, that say something about the time, place, manner, extent, cause. For example, Per gave me the shirt yesterday.
Per gav mig trøjen i går.
In this sentence, yesterday,
I går.
is an adverbial. Next part of this lesson is the assignments for this lesson. The first assignment is a conversation assignment available on the online learning platform at www.teststrainofgonline.net. The task is to read the conversation between A and B written in English followed by a Danish version of the conversation. A is supposed to be a friend who is a native Danish speaker and you are B who a beginner in learning Danish. You have to record a version of your conversation in Danish. You can do it alone speaking as A and B, or you can do the same with the Danish language course mate and interchange roles for A and B. Save your recordings for the next session of the classes, which will be a Zoom meeting discussion on what has been learned so far in the first lesson.
Taler du dansk?
Kun en smule.
Hvad er dit navn?
Mit navn er Nadia.
Hyggeligt at møde dig.
Du er meget venlig.
Hvor kommer du fra?
Jeg kommer fra Irak. Jeg er irakisk.
Hvor bor du?
Jeg bor i Albertslund.
Hvad arbejder du som?
Jeg arbejder som serviceassistent. Jeg kan lide dansk, men det er et meget svært sprog.
Okay, jeg vil lære dig at tale dansk.
Jeg vil være meget taknemmelig. Hav en god dag.
I lige måde.
The second assignment is a quiz on Introduction to Danish Grammar available on the online learning platform at www.teststrainofgonline.net. Skip the third assignment on Mastering Danish Vocabulary. The fourth assignment is on complete and incomplete sentences. Though on the website it is indicated as an assignment for PD3, it is also okay for PD2 course participants. For the assignment you are required to convert a complete sentence into a sentence with a complete sentence and an incomplete sentence. Example.
Det er en dejlig dag.
It is a nice day. Right answer.
Hun synes, at det er en dejlig dag.
He thinks that it is a nice day. At the end of the quizzes, you can get feedback on the correct answers. We have come to the end of the online lectures for the first lesson. Please remember to make audio recording in which you say the 29 letters in the Danish alphabet. It will be relevant for the upcoming Zoom meeting group learning session. We hope you liked our first online lesson. We believe also that we have boosted your morale to believe that if you go through our course, you can succeed in the upcoming PD2 or PD3 exam. The next session of the course will be a Zoom meeting group learning discussion on this first lesson and a discussion practical issues related to the use of our platform at www.teststrainofgonline.net, other media used for the course and also subscription issues. Thanks for being part of our first free lesson. It is a first giant step to succeed in your Danish language exam as soon as possible. If you have decided to subscribe to the paid version, it is now possible to do so. The procedure for payment can be found through the subscribe to online courses link on the www.teststrainabgonline.net online learning platform. You can call +4529212762 in case you need clarifications. The following is a description of the subscription process. Subscription to the online training material. You can subscribe to the courses and membership levels of your choice after creating a free account through the form below, if you do not have one already. With a free account, you can have limited access to some of the features of this platform. With the account already created, make the relevant payments to the bank account below or to our Denmark Mobile Pay. See the table below on the options you can pay for. Payment information. Bank account information. Registration number 2252, account number 43962081151. Company Denmark Mobile Pay number 695904. The bank account, as well as the mobile pay, belong to the company AF Ventures IVS, with Danish company registration number CVR number 40282890. The company can be checked for authenticity on the official company registration website for Danish companies at cvr.dk. After making the payment, complete the contact form below. In the message section of the form, inform us you have made the payment. Also, in the message section, include the payment code and your username for the free account you created. You can also send your payment receipt, username, and payment code by MMS or WhatsApp to +4529212762 or through a message on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Learn Danish Fast Track. For more clarification, call +4529212762. Paid courses and membership options are on the table below.